Hi, and welcome back. Here we are in a flash, starting off another week. This one, the last one of September, 26th day of the month already, and can't say it's already starting to feel like fall because it's been a little slow arriving, but man, is it just around the corner. We've got your Apple Festival and Knott County Trail Ride forecast tonight, and we've got a forecast, man, that you talk about some changes. We've got daytime highs falling to the 60s, mid 60s towards the latter part of your forecast period. Nighttime lows holding pretty consistent in the mid and for the most part upper 40s, mind you. But definitely some changes afoot. This cold breath has been giving some folks some showers and a few storms throughout parts of eastern Kentucky and elsewhere today is largely responsible for all of the changes that lie ahead. And there are more changes than what I've just thrown out at you there. So be sure to stay tuned. It's a forecast that you'll need to dress for, certainly, to say the least, the rest of the week. On tonight's headlines, we'll talk briefly about football, scores, and schedules as the season is now on its I can't say final leg, but in the last half of the season, certainly for everyone. We'll talk about a local racing team, which has set another first on the track. I love bringing you those reports. We'll also have, I believe, an auto accident coming in right now from over the course of the weekend. We'll talk in our first top story in just a few moments about the drug court program and a special recognition they held earlier today in honor of a special time of the year, and a lot of other news and information to pass along to you. First, let me pass along one reminder to you. We will have a camera there and a report to follow, but if you'd like to be there firsthand for the information, and they're going to have quite a bit of it at the meeting tomorrow. It is still set for tomorrow, 5 to 7, at the new Magafa County High School. That's right, the Mountain Parkway expansion team, as well as the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, is inviting everyone, motorists, travelers, residents, certainly business landowners, to all come by and get a preview of the 3-year construction project to improve the safety and mobility of the Restaurant Row area of the Mountain Parkway widening project. So it's tomorrow, 5 to 7, at the Magafa County High School. They're going to have an overview of the construction plans and a more in-depth schedule for the nearly 2.5-mile corridor in Sagersville. I can tell you that in the next few months, they're going to start construction and the preliminary construction for the access roads, and then the actual forward laning, the widening in the Restaurant Row area is not slated to start until 2018, but a lot of work to be done between now and then, and we'll be able to tell you more after the meeting tomorrow. If you'd like to attend once again tomorrow evening, 5 o'clock at the Magafa County High School. In our first top report this evening, I met a lady today who was glad to tell us about the drug court program and its many successes that it's had. Glenda Shrum is the program supervisor for the drug court program in the 36th Judicial District. That includes Knott and Magafa counties. And she described today the treatment court that's aimed at rehabilitation in Magafa County since 2004 when it was first began. And in doing so, how the court aims to try to help not just the individual and the addict, but as well as the family and the community. I was invited today to be a part of recognition of National Recovery Month.
We try to help them learn how to use coping skills to deal with life-on-life terms, and it's not a hug-thug program. It is something that actually returns them back to the community to be tax-paying citizens.
And since the inception of drug court here in Magafa County specifically, but showing similar results elsewhere, they have had great successes with those who have completed the program.
Over the years, it has collected thousands and thousands of dollars in unpaid child support and in court fees. It is also, we have had people in the program that have completed this program that's gone on to make substance abuse counselors, which is wonderful. People that have got their nursing license back. We've had people that, we've had, I think, 7 drug-free babies born in Magafa County since the inception of that. We've had numerous families reunited and lots of community service hours. These folks are not bad people. They've made some bad choices in life that got them where they're at. They love giving back to their community. They want to be a positive force in the community, and I do encourage the community to get behind them and support them because they can do some amazing things.
With this month being National Recovery Month, recognized by today's balloon liftoff in front of the Magafa County Justice Center, it was done so to draw attention, not just to the program, but to those also suffering from active addiction and those who have sadly lost their fight. And Shrum also noted that it's harder sometimes in McGoffin County than in most other counties to get a lot of community support for some reason, and she would like to encourage everyone to come in and find out just exactly what drug court is.
Studies show that at least 129 people a day passes away from drug overdoses. These people are not one of those 129, fortunately. It is a great program. It's a hard program, but if they do it and they complete it, then they return back to the community the way that they should be.
And one can be a part of the drug court program if they are accepted, not just for specific drug trafficking or possession charges, but basically any charge that may be related to those. And of course, that does include many: writing bad checks, receiving stolen property, theft by unlawful taking, things of that nature, related indirectly or directly to a drug problem, can be reason for admittance into the drug court program. I'll be right back. For high-speed internet starting at 15 meg for all of your gaming, movie, home, and business solutions, or to watch TV, including your favorite local channels without a contract, with hundreds of channels and digital and HD quality, and to stay connected 24/7 with friends and family, a direct line to 911, or to give your business the link it needs, choose telephone service you know is always there. Just click on their link on this site to find out how affordable the latest technology in communications can be. Foothills Communications. I always jump at the chance whenever we can to bring you something fun, something entertaining, something different, as I always as well jump at the chance to go over to the Conley farm, to the Conley Racing Stables, to see what's going on over there and see what firsts they've just accomplished, and that's why I ended up there earlier today. Martin Conley tells me that he, the car owner, the tuner, and all those involved in making the team a success have once again stormed into the record books, another first for not the same car that you might be used to seeing on the track or on the program, but one of several in the stable. A change in the nitrous oxide setup rules around the first of this year has had a lot of racing teams and drivers working hard to be the first to get into the fours with an 8.2 deck nitrous oxide class car, and the team of Eddie McCarty, car owner, tuner Eric Mitchell, and driver Martin Conley, to no surprise, was the first to do it at a trick flow event at the Summit this past weekend.
What we've got is a 302 based engine, and it wasn't really what the car was built for, but it just ended up fitting the rules. And over the winter they allowed a particular nitrous system in the class to help these little 302 based engines out. And they since January, I guess, but there's been a couple, 2 or 3 other cars since February. Real nice guys. They've been trying to go 490s. Nobody's done that with a 8.2 deck nitrous engine, is what a 302's called, is 8.2 deck. As that's so in Ultra Street we went 499 at 139 mile an hour and eighth, and that was the first and only nitrous 8.2 deck engine to do that in Ultra Street.
I mean, that's cause for celebration, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, it's probably some other people have made a little bit bigger deal about it than probably I have. It's, to some people it may not mean much, because we, another guy there, Sean Pavlar, one of our buddies, he set the actual record at 476 in Ultra Street on the same day as we went to 499. But he's got a 438 cubic inch engine or something, so it's quite a bit bigger.
Martin says that Eddie McCarty's car makes about 700 on the motor, and they're spraying about another 500 into it on nitrous. And this is not the only car, of course, they've been driving this season. Conley and Jason Martin just finished third in the points this season in Jason Martin's NMCA Extreme Street Class car. They also had the second fastest nitrous pass ever in that class. But that season's over and done with, but they've still got 2 or 3 more races left in McCarty's car. With another popular car, Martin's sitting, waiting in the wings, newly turboed after being in the garage for more than a year or so now, and ready to put down about 2,100 horsepower or more when he gets it back on the track.
That is our X275 car. We had a big block nitrous engine in it, and over the last couple years I've been putting a small block turbo engine in it. Just haven't raced it in the last couple years. We raced this car last year, and of Eddie McCarty's, and this year we raced Jason Martin's car, and then we're going to finish out with this car, and maybe next year I may get mine out some, but I don't know really what the plan is for next year at this point.
Whatever it is, you can expect it to be fast. You can probably bet on it being record-setting, and you can also most assuredly count on the fact that it will be watched by many in the sport and industry, like Trick Flow, who was proud to see their accomplishments over the weekend.
We get some help from several different companies that do this. Trick Flow, that was their race they sponsored, and they're per title sponsor, and that was pretty neat to get to do it at their race that they sponsored. So.
The slow motion portion of that video that they sent me shows just how hard and straight the car left on its way to a record-setting run, 4.998, the first ever for that setup. Not the last first we'll be hearing from the Conleys or any of their racing team or buddies. Martin said that one of the last 2 or 3 races of the season will be an event in Louisville. He's going to let me know. I'll let you know. And I've been trying to catch that particular race now for a few years, and it's never worked out on my calendar. Maybe this will be my year. We'll have to wait and see. Starting off your community calendar brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau this Monday, I've got a lost dog announcement that's just come in. A lost dog in the Pigeon area of Johnson County. It's a pug. His name is Oscar. He is wearing a collar with a tag that reads, "I'm an Ohio dog." Don't hold that against him. He'd really like to find his home and his owners and vice versa. So Oscar is a pug, last seen in the Pigeon area of Johnson County with a collar and a tag that reads, "I'm an Ohio dog." So if you can help, that would be greatly appreciated. I just realized there's no number attached to this announcement. I'm not sure if it wasn't left or not. I will get that. In the meanwhile, over the course of the evening, if you know something about Oscar, call me. We'll get that number and get that information to the owner. My apologies. With that, don't forget the McGoffin County Health Department now giving flu shots. No excuses. Get yours. Get your child's. Get it as soon as possible. Flu starts already got an early jump this year. A few others that I have that I don't have typed in, I guess with November falling after October and October starting in just a few days. It's time, as painful as it sounds, with the Christmas in November Arts and Crafts Show at the Community Center this year. It's been set for November the 4th and November the 5th. If you're interested in setting up this year, contact the Community Center Director, Susie Salyer, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 at 349-4409. The deadline has been set for October the 28th if you want to set up and be a vendor or part of the annual event. Speaking of annual events, the Lakefront Church of God's Fall Harvest Festival is coming up this Saturday. An old-fashioned pig roast, great gospel, live music, Appalachian food as an art, a whole lot of other fun things. I'll talk about it in the coming days and the rest of the week, but it is indeed this Saturday. Here's the rest of your community calendar. And that's an announcement about this Thursday's flu clinic that's going to be held at the Middle Fork Volunteer Fire Department. This is for anyone. If you've got insurance, bring your card. Bring it by Thursday. You can pre-register as well by calling the Sagersville Rite Aid. This is open to the entire community, not just those in or around the specific Middle Fork Volunteer Fire Department's response area, but for anyone. They have put together a flu clinic for this Thursday, trying to keep everyone healthy through flu season. And that's it for the calendar for now. I've actually got several for the rest of the week. We'll get to those tomorrow. For now, this last reminder on how you get announcements on the program. Birthdays and anniversaries, too. Turning to funeral service announcements for this Monday. Sadly, we have to talk about the passing of 84-year-old Ina Blaine Piles of Oil Springs, who passed away Saturday, formerly of McGoffin County. She was preceded in death by her husband, Merle. She's survived by her son, Odell, and daughters Anita Gail Harmon, Bobby Branham, Debbie Wright, and Diana Rice. Visitation is at the Jones and Preston Funeral Home, beginning this evening. It continues all day tomorrow and up until services, which will be held at the Oil Springs United Methodist Church Wednesday morning at 11. Burial will be held at the Highland Memorial Park in Staffordsville. 61-year-old Michael Gene Cole of Scott Avenue in Sagersville passed away yesterday, married to Juanita Adams Cole, who preceded him in death. He is survived by brothers Robert and Lawrence Gray Cole and sisters Wavell Baldridge and Lena Reisner. Visitation is after 6 o'clock this Wednesday, all day Thursday, and up until services that start Friday morning at 11. Visitation and services from the Sagersville Funeral Home. Burial is set to follow at the Ralph Family Cemetery at Gun Creek. And lastly tonight, in loving memory of Ovi Carty, who's been gone 6 years since he left, missed every day by his kids, Ovi Douglas, Sarah Castle, wife Sue Dale, grandkids, great-grandkids, and family and friends. There was an auto accident over the weekend. We just now have some video coming in that is now currently in edit. I hope to get that to you and some details in just a few moments. While we're waiting on that, let's go on over to football scores and some highlights. Highlights more so for Pike Central than McGoffin County. McGoffin County hosting Pike Central just could not get around the Pike County team, who continued on a rampage throughout the 4 quarters. We also have, of course, some scores as Central and Paintsville teams are now and still undefeated, more than halfway through. The Hornets just couldn't get a handle on Pike Central. Coach Eric Ratliff and his Hawks came in, went up on the Hornets 0-20 early in the first, about midway through the second. It was 0-34. McGoffin County still trailing, and it would go on to get worse. Actually, McGoffin County would pick up 12 points in the game, but a 58-12 final score would put Pike County Central at 3-2 on the season and send them to Paintsville this coming Friday night. It would send the Hornets to basically 2-4 on the season after winning their last 2 and picking up a lot of momentum doing so. It was not meant to be against Pike Central, leaving them with 4 games on their regular season schedule, 2 of those, the next 2, on the road. Meanwhile, Johnson Central and the Golden Eagles still undefeated. They've amassed 207 points in the season, just given up 47. Their last win, 56-0 over Boyd County, puts them on the road this coming Friday night. They'll be at East Carter. For Morgan County, Coach Turner and the Cougars a loss after Jackson County doubled up on them 28-14. They came out strong with a big win 46-0 early on over Betsy Lane, and they've dropped the next 4. That puts them at the halfway mark at 1-4. It also puts the Cougars at Powell County this Friday night. And for Paintsville, 6 games in, 6 wins in. They have amassed 216 points, giving up only 53, a 17-16 win, the closest of the season thus far at Bourbon County. They're home for the next 2 games. That'll be this Friday night hosting Pike County Central, then on the 7th hosting Fairview. Actually, we'll just stay right here and wrap it up with your weather forecast. I'll have that auto accident and some other news, of course, on tomorrow's program, as always. But here's what we're looking at right now, and that's not much precipitation-wise. Now, I did not see or register a single drop here at the studio. I'm not saying there wasn't one. I just didn't see it or register it. Some folks very close, and some many to the studio and some of the viewing area got in a little light rain. But as far as cold fronts go, this one didn't make much. As far as rain goes, as for changes in the temperature, well, it's going to make all kinds of things happen. 51, slowly clearing skies tonight, a 40% chance of scattered showers. That was an hour ago in the last update. We've seen radar. We've seen that we're not going to get in on any precipitation, I don't think, during the overnight. If so, very, very light and little. For your tomorrow, Tuesday, sunny and 73 and 49 across the board. Mostly clear tomorrow night. We do get another chance of some showers, and a pretty decent one at that midweek. But we also are stuck into the low 70s at best, close to the mid-70s. 74, look at that, near 45, or maybe even hitting 45 for nighttime lows on your Wednesday. Mostly sunny skies Wednesday. You can expect to see maybe a 20% chance of showers, maybe after 3 or 4 in the afternoon. That may increase to a 30% chance during the overnight Wednesday, but that's about it. Still, well, really closer to where we should be and what we've been talking about now for weeks. Now check this one out. We will see a 20-degree swing from this weekend to this Thursday and Friday. 65 degrees right now expected, with a chance of some showers to the tune of about 50%. Thursday looks to be our best shot of some rain, but not our only shot, as you can see. But check out temperatures, 65, 49. Nighttime lows are staying pretty consistent in the upper 40s, low 50s, but daytime highs, I'm telling you, not going very far. 65 Thursday, 65 Friday, mostly cloudy, a chance of showers both days. Temperatures perk up just a bit for the weekend as the sun makes an appearance. 68 and 50 for your Saturday. Sunday, 73 and mostly sunny. And mostly like fall. It's going to wrap it up for tonight. The Johnson County School Board met this evening. We had a camera there, a report to follow tomorrow, and other news and information you're only going to see if you see us back here next time. Thank you, and have a good night.